This is the reason why you feel like strangers in your relationship. Imagine being in a relationship with someone for 10 years upwards and the love you once had for each other is no longer there. The feelings are all gone, literally. I came across a story of a couple that have been married for 31 years, and the mom had opportunity to visit the daughter that resides with her husband in the US for Omugo. The Omugo lasted for 6 months, and after which the daughter was preparing for the mom to return back to Nigeria. And that was when she got the shock of her life because the mom blatantly refused, stating that she's not returning back. She was taken at her back because she thought the mom would have been excited that she had kept her away from her husband for 6 whole months. So she pressed on all her effort to get to know the mom's reason behind that her decision, prove about it. So she had to arrange for a family meeting, involve their dad. They had to do a virtual family meeting immediately, and they got another shocker of their life. So during the meeting, everyone, mounted pressure on the mom to get to know her reasons why she's making such statements. And to their surprise, the mom, started narrating some painful ordeal she had with their dad within the early years of their marriage, within between 10 to 15 years of their marriage, but the kids were still very little. One of the incidents, she particularly mentioned cases of emotional neglect, that the father saw her as a baby making machine. So all the time they ever made love was because they wanted a baby. Aside that, the dad was not interested and to any of that emotional attachment and all. Then secondly, in terms of homekeeping, in the early few years of their marriage, the father emphatically told her that he does not want to entertain house help in their home. She didn't see it as a problem then because she felt like, okay, that means all hands on deck. But to her surprise, the dad also did not want to get involved with any form of homekeeping activities, even baby care and all. So all these things drained her, like literally drained her. And she did make effort. She made effort for them to talk about it, but all effort she put in did not yield any result because he wasn't giving her a listening ear. So over the years, all this type of incident built bricks upon bricks upon bricks of resentment and communication gap between. She stated that her two main reasons why she remained in the marriage were: one, she didn't want her kids to suffer. Then secondly, she made a vow to her mom while she was still alive. So she felt at this moment she has held to the end of those two bargains. So while she was making this statement, their father was dumbfounded. Well, at the end of the whole silence and all, she gave them another shocker that she also wants to remarry. She intends to remarry back there in US. So everybody was so surprised and all then, because they are wondering what's happening, where is all this coming from. Well, our sweet grandma has found someone else that maybe treated her better, and she felt like to live life for herself now. Now, this is not to support the woman's decision, but this is what a typical example of what resentment can do in a marriage. Resentment is that emotional burden that we carry, which arises from unmet expectation, especially after a conflict or a fallout. And its impact is just like that having a birthday party and one auntie shows up, one of your aunt shows up uninvited, overstays her welcome, and won't help you do the dishes. Once your relationship with someone has gotten to the level that one party is resentful towards the other, it takes the grace of God to restore such relationship. I believe by now the question you are asking yourself is that how do I prevent resentment as I relate with my partner? One of the key things you need to do to prevent such from building in your partner is having a healthy closure after a disagreement, especially when that disagreement involves emotional hurt. When this happens and you have seen that you hurt the next person, don't just apologize. It must involve three key things. One, remorseful apology. Your facial demeanor must show that you are sorry for what you said you're sorry for. Then secondly is accountability, that your sorry does not just stop there. You take a step further to say, validate their emotions and their actions. Oh, okay, babe, now I see how what I said affected you. Now I see how my actions affected you. Now I understand how you feel. Thirdly is taking responsibility. This is to show your effort towards not repeating, let that not repeat itself again. So you can say things like, okay, babe, going forward, I promise to not react this way. I promise to be this. I promise to do this. That does not mean that you are a perfect being, but taking these steps helps them build a healthy closure over that particular issue. And without this, even when they say, ah, I've forgiven you, most times is not. Forgiveness is yet to happen. So this will help true forgiveness happen between you and your partner and prevent resentment, which is like a time bomb. I won't even know when it will explode. Now, there are several other things that can help you resolve conflict in the most healthy way. And all this is contained in my book, Cracks That Let the Light In, that comes together with a practical journal. These tools will help us redefine conflict, discover our conflict language, and adapt same to the unique relationship we find ourselves part time. So if you want to be among those that will read this book first, or you want to be among those that will get firsthand information on when this book will be available on seller, or you want to be among those to get exclusive discounts on this book and the practical journal, then join my waitlist today. And if you want to keep learning more on how to resolve conflict in the most healthy way and how to adapt our predominant conflict language to the unique relationship or the situation we find ourselves part time, click the like buttons and follow.